Hello and welcome back to the Swiss Mixed National Championships semi-finals time. SOLEBANG playing against FLYHIGH from Lausanne. Christina Obermeier joined by Ulrike Lehmann, and we are off to the races with that first game, first point of course. SOLEBANG on offense, they've lost the disc once and got it back already.
With the disc.
Release shot caught just in front of the end zone. Now moved in back into the middle, and a lot of running, but not a lot of structure in that end zone for SOLEBANG. That's a first point for SOLEBANG. Just patient after the first. So yeah, SOLEBANG with that first point on the board. Not a clean hold, but a hold. We'll take that. Yeah, they should be coming out firing because it is semifinals already.
Absolutely. And they're fighting for this really, really nice looking trophy. I don't know if you've seen it.
I think we should actually put it on our table to give teams a sense of what they're fighting for.
It's really heavy.
It is beautiful though, and it has a lot of teams on there from as early as 2006. Maybe even a bit earlier. It's 2007.
Yeah, I think it started in 2007, the mixed championships, before it was only open and women's.
Interesting.
Since then, you can see a lot of different teams winning this medal.
And Hinkel to pick up with a big hug immediately to his sister Paula, going far and far out the side.
Yes, unfortunately, they had the wrong kind of angle on it. She just kept chasing it.
Released a bit too late.
Yes. Now we got Gavile with the disc to Lehmann. And Beans under pressure. And the pass to Gallon a bit too far in front. She was unable to get there in time. So we got again Hinkel picking up the disc.
Of course, 3 Hinkel siblings on that team. Hinden back into the middle.
Yeah, we got Baumgartner with the disc.
Also a sibling. There's a lot of siblings on that team. Hinkel gets it back. And another big shot this time. Hanging and floating for the Hinden, and that is a score, a break for SOLEBANG to start off the semi-final game.
Absolutely, 2-0 in favor of SOLEBANG to start the game. I think this is the start they were hoping for. So let's see how FLYHIGH will be able to respond.
They got it back as well, again, but couldn't quite
Absolutely.
reel it in, quite be there.
Yes. The FLYHIGH is going to have a huge sideline because they're here with 3 teams actually. A second one in the first division, and the third one is in the second league.
So they have FLYHIGH Lausanne, FLYHIGH Alpha, and FLYHIGh Omega.
Exactly.
And of course, not all teams can play at the same time, really. So
yes,
everyone supporting.
You will see a lot of blue around this field. Having fun. But let's see if this energy translates onto the team on the field, because they're the ones that have to score the points.
I think it always really helps to get your sideline cheering for you, to have extra eyes, and just people to see the things that maybe on the field you can't see as well. Great pull by SOLEBANG.
Barclay with the disc now. Gallon throwing it up. And then Van Yushin there to pick it up over the head of Garant.
Yeah, great read on that disc. Took his time and timed that jump so well. Another break and a stop because of a foul, a fake with the left hand, and crushed against the marker there.
Wenzel there looking for the overhead, but opting for the barbecue backhand to Van Yushin.
And the big shot goes up high, and great read.
Yeah, simultaneous catch there, and Wenrich with the score. 3-0.
That's a great start for SOLEBANG.
Yeah. They already had a quite intense match to qualify for this game in the quarterfinals. So looks like they can translate that energy from the first game into the second one.
Yeah, it was pretty tight between that SOLEBANG team and another team from Bern, from
the
Panthers. Exactly. But they did win by a margin of 3 points, I believe.
Yes.
2 or 3 points?
2 or 3 points just. Whereas FLYHIGH played against the other team from FLYHIGH, and they had a bit of a larger margin to win the game, so maybe they're not as hot to come in.
Of course, those quarterfinals are set up that first seed, which was FucZH.
Yes,
Played,
wasn't it?
exactly.
Yes.
And as in colors and
the first Wizards team.
And the first Wizards team, yeah. Okay. And that one was pretty close and pretty tight, and was won by the Wizards, which means they're just playing the other semi-final now against FucZH.
Okay, looks like we had a short timeout there that we just talked through, it seems.
I don't mind talking, I can talk on.
I've been seeing FLYHIGH huddled up there on the field. SOLEBANG is ready for the next point already.
Not so sure if SOLEBANG knows this was a timeout because the players did not huddle up.
Yeah, well, maybe they also had a small chat, but they're just happy and ready to play.
It doesn't look like they need a timeout, really. Just don't change anything.
On a roll. Yeah, I think FLYHIGH just had to talk a little bit through like what might not be working so well. I think for the moment the problem is their deep shots, they're not connecting. So I think they just need to focus on the shorter play that they're executing well. And every time they're trying to do the deep shots, they have a defense sneaking in there, just there. Whereas for SOLEBANG, the deep shots are connecting quite well. Good choice there by Stalder. Not to force it forward. looking for the option in the center. Gallon with the disc. Running out of options. Finding Barclay. Back to Gallon. And there we go. First point on the board for FLYHIGH. Florence Windler with the score.
That's great movement from FLYHIGH, isolating their female matchups up the line again and just really moving at that on that far side, and that was enough. It didn't take more than just composure up the line.
Absolutely. And yeah, I think again in this time they opted for the shorter passes, and this was working well for them. So hopefully they realized this, talked about this in the short timeout, and let's see now what they can do on defense.
They'll have to get back into the game and grind out a few points on D before they can get a shot to make it close again. SOLEBANG all line outs, and for the first time since
the start of the game.
Start of the game, exactly. It wasn't a clean hold.
There we go. First pass is already on the board. Kadner to Van Yushin. Finding Grob, just keeping the disc moving, but not really moving forward for the moment.
Just moving from one side to the other, but if you can rely on your resets, doesn't matter that you're actually not gaining, but you're just waiting to find the perfect position to then put it deep or put it out wide.
There we go, forward shot. Finding the tall person on the field. Always good to have one of those.
It's good to be tall.
Absolutely.
Fortunately, that's not something we can choose to be.
Disc is back in hands of Grove. Looking for Van Yushin.
And pick all on the field. SOLEBANG opting for that vertical stack. That's where most picks occur, in my experience.
Nice inside shot there, making it look so easy. Oh, but a little bit too much in front for Ragas.
It was too quickly released. Player wasn't there yet.
Get Simon to Windler. Oh, interesting choice of throw. But Simon is there to catch it. Schindler, Windler, and their patented throw. And there we go. FLYHIGH with the break. They're clawing, coming back out of the little hole that they dug themselves in the start of the game.
Slowly but surely going back, and that was perfect D-line offense. And Windler going second point in a row.
Absolutely. I think maybe FLYHIGH also switched the lines around a little bit, because bringing the offense line out for a third time, maybe they opted to switch around. Or it was maybe a power line that they had to stop the momentum that SOLEBANG had gained.
Well, they managed that very well for now. See, they still up a break. Seems like SOLEBANG just has two different lines that they're playing, not an O or D, but just switching through players. Or they just won't let their O line have a second shot, which, you know.
Yes.
Also makes a lot of sense.
We're looking at this like a pretty young line.
Oh yeah, a lot of under 20 European champions on that line. 5, if I'm not wrong. 5 European champions?
4. Yeah, the fifth one was too old already. And let's see if they can translate this experience onto the field.
Hinke to Hinke.
Yes.
Brothers.
Baumgartner with the disc now on the sideline. Looking for the deep shot, and we got Hinke putting on the Jets. Can he keep the disc in bounds? He can. And that's the score for SOLEBANG.
That's just perfect. Gotta say, that was a perfect put and a breakside shot deep. That's it's really, really impressive.
Along the line there as well, and the composure, just to kind of not focus too much on the line, just try to keep your eyes on the disc and worry about the line later. Great job there by SOLEBANG.
We saw the communication. I saw the communication. The young players as well as being like, hey, no, from the mid position. No, I'm not going to throw the huck from the middle, but put it to the sides, reset, and then put it deep. It's a perfect cut there. I'm actually a big fan of SOLEBANG. Just gotta say that. I'm a bit biased because I think they're like just very impressive for their age and like the way they can communicate, which I think some teams really struggle with.
Yeah. And also in the club themselves, they have a good club structure. From what it seems, they're celebrating their 30 years anniversary.
Wow, 30 years. That's really impressive.
Yeah, and I heard you can buy some special fancy discs if you want to.
Oh, I might
just need to talk to some of the yellow dressed people.
I might want to do that.
For a fancy disc. I couldn't really figure out if it's actually a sparkly one or not. So I need to check that out. But now...
I would love a sparkly disc.
Me too. There we get Lehmann with the disc. Finding Borzio. If you notice, looking at the team playing, that contrary to SOLEBANG, who's opting for a vertical stack, FLYHIGH situation on the field seems to look a bit messy, but they're trying to implement a hex structure. So which means that people are much more spread out on the field, so you don't see like a vertical or horizontal stack. But if you're looking for from the top, you will see kind of a hexagon style size type situation if it's working fine.
Yeah, it does work out quite well for them because it looks like a mess. No, I'm kidding, of course. If all people on the field know what to do, the structure's working out really well at times. You can see them switching positions there, and there's shot just too sippy, maybe also because of the stoppage on the field.
Yes. And that's always the tricky thing, is to restart after a stoppage, especially in the hex setup. There we go, Manishin looking for the reset, finding Ragas, back to Fendrich, Nishin. To go. But I think also SOLEBANG is opting for some rather quick type of play.
Yeah, it's interesting. If you do implement two different lines, you can have two very different styles of play, and just let people, do whatever they want to do more. And this line looks like they really want to grind and get those unders, whereas some others like to put it deep. Of course, it's reds. They're in the red zone already, so putting it deep would not be beneficial.
Yes, absolutely. But it looks like they're opting kind of for the more experienced in age kind of line, whereas the other one is kind of the young gunslinger line.
We won't figure it out right now, but seems to work out fine for them. Fendrich gives and goes. It's up the line. Back to him. It's a very jumpy handler. Oh, and that up the line put on a platter. Seems to be a sense of urgency for SOLEBANG here as they're advancing, and that up the line shot is bubbled and not caught but turned.
Under pressure, the pressure from defense was really high. That Ragas, he just could not keep the disc in his control. And we got Lehmann now with the disc for FLYHIGH. Somebody, there should be a poached player. She was able to find him. And then Stalder opens up his long arm, trying to find Barclay, who's there to catch the disc.
A travel call, though, I bet, on that deep shot.
From Stalder.
Seems like he
You can see from his language, that body language, that he's not too happy with this call. He was like, "Come on, guys."
I get the frustration,
Yes.
and I think we have a replay, and maybe our camera operator Noah is not a fan of the call. I'm not sure.
No, we have the catch. The throw is already.
It's a very good catch.
Yes.
Good positioning as well.
There we go. Oh no, this is just the pass. There we go. It's like a question of interpretation. Okay, but we're back to playing. I think we have another call on our hands here.
Yeah, I do agree. I think Simon was so close to the screen that I actually didn't see the the travel call, or like couldn't give my opinion.
We have an uncontested foul there, or an accepted foul.
Yeah, there was some contact there.
Coach, you're looking for options, finding Steider.
Another pick call.
Yeah, it's like when the hex structure is not set up properly, it's really prone to creating lots of picks. Start again, looking for his options. Lehmann now with the disc. Start again, finding Gavile. Barclay coming in. Back to Gavile. FLYHIGH is making their way slowly but surely towards the end zone. It's all a question about the patience. Big backwards throw. And the last throw into the end zone ends with an overthrow.
We've seen that happen again and again, where you're so close to the end zone and you want to you want to really like put it in and get that score, and it's just a bit too far out in front.
But here I didn't even see a receiver. Maybe there was somebody that was overthrown. So now FLYHIGH needs to go back and play some defense. Nice find there to the poached player.
Indeed, just so good, in a high throw over the top to another open player. Gets it down that far sideline. Just really finding the holes so well.
Yes.
And they shot over the top around everyone else. That flick just dropped perfectly into Meer's hands.
It's actually Schmiediger. I think he might have forgotten his own shirt, so he's wearing somebody else's shirt.
Schmiediger, what are you doing? I'm kidding, of course that happens.
Because I had that before, and it was like, he doesn't look like a Martina to me.
Yeah, absolutely true. So, Erich Schmiediger, looking for his jersey apparently.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good point for SOLEBANG. These points are also taken a bit longer than I anticipated, to be fair.
Yes.
Like there's some miscommunications from both sides that really prolong.
And there are very few clean holds so far. It's like always a bit messy, and then they're trying to force it through, and I think some calls. So, but maybe it's also the two teams like checking each other out, trying to get the hang, and then putting maybe the Jets on a little bit later. For the moment, I think SOLEBANG it's a bit of an advantage. They got off to a much better start, and now FLYHIGH is still looking for the ignition key. There we go. Let's see if they found something. Simon with the disc. Would love to put it deep, but doesn't really find good options. Schindler now with the disc. Finding Windler again.
The Schindler-Windler connection is
Yes.
really there. That happened on the last point as well. Schindler, of course, played on the national women's team
Yes.
at EUC. Her first
Appearance.
appearance on the women's national team. Wouldn't even guess it from watching her. But I do think she started in Australia or is Australian.
No,
Something
she's
like
actually Swiss.
She is
Yeah,
Swiss,
but she lived in
Australia.
for a while. Then this is where she discovered Ultimate and came back. She's playing in Lausanne now. She's actually one of the coaches of the team.
Oh, wow. Taking all the responsibility.
Absolutely.
But doing very well at that.
Leading by example. There we go. So far, all of FLYHIGH's points have been scored by the ladies. Interesting tidbit to have there.
That is one of the things I always say is that a good mixed team is good when the female matchups are just a bit better. I don't know if better, but like if they can, if they are like skilled,
Yes.
your mixed team is going to be good.
Yes. But it often happens that the man matchups usually are quite equal in the good teams, and then the difference is made by the female matching players.
Exactly.
So there we see how SOLEBANG is going to respond there. We got Fenders with the disc, Vanushin.
Oh, and a zone set up,
It looks kind of zony.
directing traffic in the middle. And now they go
Nice
off to
shot
the
there
side,
by
perfect
Fenders, yeah.
positioning.
And again, a group just hiding there on the sideline. I don't know how she does it. She's quite a tall player, but somehow
Doesn't look very dangerous.
might be.
But
Fenders again with the disc there. Vanushin. Nice movement there from SOLEBANG. Gardner now with the disc, looking around for Grove. Shimmying there by Fendrich
wow.
to move in for the score. SOLEBANG, another point on the board.
That was a nifty cut there. Really breaking the ankles of the defender and going up the line for the easiest point of them all. Just pushing it in over the top.
Absolutely, but it was only also possible because the other players kept this area of the field squeaky clean, so Fendrich really had all the space he wanted to cut into. Okay, for the moment the two teams are trading points.
Yeah, they've seemed to now grooved into the rhythm of the game, really.
Yes.
And the
since,
sun is coming up again.
Absolutely warming my back a little
Yeah.
bit. I was getting cold.
So it's not that cold, but if you sit all day, you don't really move. It just tends to be really quite chilly.
Absolutely. You have Beans and Lehmann starting up. Got Stalder now trying to jostle for position deep. Sandwich between two SOLEBANG players, and he's calling a foul. I mean, we got Hinkel moving in from behind his back, but I couldn't
He had
really tell
a
how
really good position down.
clean the defense was.
We'll see if we have. We'll see that again. We'll have the players argue and talk
that's-
about that.
They're having a little chat about it. I mean, in terms of the pass, Hinkel had the best view of the movement of the disc where it come in, since it was already moving over the head of Stalder.
So we'll get the replay here. 3 players moving and Hinkel jumping up way higher than everyone else and way earlier as well. There was contact though.
Yeah,
And I don't know if there was contact before the jump, but Hinkel really had the best position.
yeah. But it can be also that Stalder said because he jumped before
him.
over him, that he had no possibility to jump himself.
Yeah.
To even go in. So I mean, these kind of situations are always difficult to tell because they've been moving into each other, like with the jump forward and one person still moving backwards.
Exactly. They'll send it back, which I think is a good
Yes.
outcome because you can see it in favor of FLYHIGH, you can see it in
Yes.
favor of SOLEBANG, and
I think yeah, it's really
redoing the situation is probably the best outcome
yeah.
in this situation.
But maybe so from the start, the pass had a bit too much float on it, to give the defender time to come in. Because I think the choice was a good one. Since Starter had a good matchup on the defense. And there we go. SOLEBANG with the deep shot of their own. Number of defenders there. And we got Baumgartner with the catch inside the huddle.
Yeah, that was impressive. Just climbed up the ladder there, did Baumgartner. He was the last one coming in and the first one to get that disc.
Yeah, but sometimes it helps if you're the last one to come into the group because you have the best perspective of where the disc might come in.
And you can actively attack that space as well where everyone else already stands and has to jump from nowhere. You can run and you jump with momentum. Has to be practice though.
Yes, absolutely. But I think he's one of the players who had a lot of practice from a really, really young age. I think it's a timeout. I think FLYHIGH called another timeout. I would, if I were them, I would call this as well, because SOLEBANG is about to gain another momentum. And while they have a timeout, maybe we take a small timeout ourselves.
Yeah, and we'll be back after a few messages from our sponsors.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
Quite a lot of times.
Once or twice maybe. Maybe a third.
Yeah. But for the moment, they're trailing SOLEBANG 3-7. And in case SOLEBANG manage to score this point, it will take us into half. So I think FLYHIGH will definitely try to avoid that. Looking for the options. Lehmann now with the disc. Looking for Galland, adjusting for position. We got a foul call. I mean, there was some contact on the catch, hands slapping each other, but it was a question of this was coming in pretty high.
Indeed, I didn't really see it well, to be honest. See the replay of it, still not very clear to me personally, but players will discuss it. It did come out high and in a bit of a bad angle, but the offensive player actually was closer than I thought
Yes,
she would be.
I think she had position, but the
Indeed.
and it seemed that there was a bit of contact. But the question is, like, did this affect the catch?
And did the contact maybe happen after the disc was already gone?
Yeah. But it remains kind of the issue that the FLYHIGH is having, that they're not really connecting well on the deep shots that they're making. So it's I think they might need to focus a bit more on the shorter game, because every time they did this, they scored. And every time they're trying to put the disc into space, something that SOLEBANG is doing really well on the deep shots. Yeah. Okay. Back, we're uncontested. So the disc stays in the hands of Galland. Just in front of the end zone, opting there for big dump pass to Borzio. Lehmann again with the disc. Borzio swinging to Beans. We get Galland now with the disc there.
Oh, and that's a score, an inside shot threaded through
Yeah, and
into the end zone.
Garnier there with the catch. Sliding, lying down.
That works.
Absolutely, and I think FLYHIGH will be pretty happy with the outcome of this point. Another score for them on the board, extending the first half. Another point. Let's see what they can do now, if they can break SOLEBANG. They haven't been able to do that until now.
Well, now's the time.
Absolutely.
End of the first half approaching rather quickly. We saw that replay of this inside shot just now. Just really good stuff.
Yeah, this is a pass to look out for from Galland. She executes them very well. Also the fact that she's not a very tall player, so she kind of has these nice little really low inside shots, and if you're being there's a defender like Grob who is much taller, I feel like this low ones are quite hard to defend.
Indeed, you gotta always work with what the defense is giving you.
Absolutely. So let's see now what FLYHIGH is giving SOLEBANG to work with.
So far their offense really hasn't struggled.
Yeah, we had Dahinden picking up the disc. Deep shot there for Paula Hinkel, unable to connect.
Just gave it her all, but just
Yes, the
Not
pass was a
quite
little bit
there.
low and
low and zippy.
absolutely. So we got break chance there for FLYHIGH. Let's see if they can make it work. Lebas with the disc. Finding Durand. And we have another pickle on the field.
It does seem like positions are not quite clear. Or maybe the timing is off a little bit at times. It's going to be a bit of a discussion.
Okay, disc is back. Still in the hands of Lebas. Durand now with the disc. Durand again. Still looking for the option to recenter it. Not really seeing it. Break up there by Simon. And again, Windler for the score.
And that's a break for FLYHIGH. They're slowly clawing themselves back into that first half. The last moment possible to still do it.
Absolutely. They said, okay, now let's do this. Let's not end this first half here. Let's keep going. And Windler adding to her tally of points. I think it's a third score for her this game.
I think so too. It's really impressive.
Yes. And right before that, we had the great layout grab by Simon. I think without his effort, it would not have been a score. It was a great layout grab there.
Indeed, really good work by FLYHIGH, and SOLEBANG seems to have given away that momentum a little bit.
Yeah.
Their defense was off by just a bit because all FLYHIGH had to do was stay on that far side, basically the open side, and just move it along there.
Yes. But maybe this also comes in with the fact that since FLYHIGH is trying to play the hex system. You have the too many options all the way around, and you cannot really cover all of them. So if you focus on kind of that they're not playing it back into the field, you're giving them the upline pass.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
There we go. Oh, layout try there from Garnier, and the disc is back with FLYHIGH. Yet another break chance. Let's see if they can make it work a second time. Windler with the disc. Schindler now. Finding Racine. The pick call.
So many picks happening.
But it's due to the constant movement, and if the hex is getting too close together, then picks create. And Windler to Schindler. Great connection there. After now with the disc. Finding Racine.
It does look like SOLEBANG is playing shadow defense. Until that run through.
Absolutely. I think Fandry, she was expecting the pass coming to Windler. Since she's been so dangerous there in the end zone.
She would have been again.
Absolutely. So now FLYHIGH is on defense. SOLEBANG with the disc. Vanyushin looking for his options. Looking upline pass. And another one. They're also opting to play the little corridor on the other side of the field. Dumping it back. Garnier now with the disc, sporting the fancy hat. Oh, nice effort there by Carrioso. You could see the small head nod. Okay, I got you, I see you. Nice shot there to Vanyushin.
It's really impressive communication there.
Yeah.
And Ethan putting his body in between the defender and the disc, making sure he's fine.
They have some bit of communication. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. I think it's where the position of the players. I think the players need to stay cool. Like, even though there's quite a lot of calls, like sometimes it sounds a bit chippy. Disc is up. Only yellow shirts there. Looking for option. And there we go. That's the halftime in favor of SOLEBANG.
Yeah, SOLEBANG was so calm and such good communication there. In the latter stages of the field, they were like, okay, yeah, you got it. And then we saw one of the players screaming, you go get that disc, and was already ready for the continuation after that, which is really impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really love the little nod from Garnier to Vanyushin, like, okay, you want that? Okay, I gotta throw it. And followed by a beautiful shot. And yeah, while we revel in all of this, I think we're taking the little break together with the two teams for halftime.
8-5 in favor of SOLEBANG, and we'll be back after a few messages and highlights. We are back live with second half action here. SOLEBANG playing Fly High in the semi-final of Swiss Nationals.
Yes, and the SOLEBANG had a better first half than FLYHIGH. They're currently leading 8-5. Trying to catch up, starting the second half on offense. Galon with the disc, finding Barclay. Look at Beans and Borzio. And we got a pick call on the field.
FLYHIGH working up that field rather efficiently this time around as they're starting on offense. Second half, trailing 2 breaks.
Borzio looking for options, finding Beans. They're in front of the end zone. Again, Galon looking for options, finding Barclay. And then pass to Gavillet. Good patience there in front of the end zone. And Gavillet with the score for FLYHIGH, bringing it to 6-8.
That was good stuff by FLYHIGH this time around, just keeping calm and taking the open players when they open up.
Absolutely.
And taking the option that they had rather than forcing something in that was maybe 50%.
Absolutely. And I think also what I liked is now they didn't look for these expensive deep shots that are not working for them. They really played the small ball game, and this is what brought them just in front of the end zone, and there they stayed really patient. Did not force it. The FLYHIGH fans from the sideline calling for some breaks. Getting some strange looks from the SOLEBANG players.
Oh, no, yeah, I bet. But you can wish for it. We'll see if it happens. It hasn't happened so far.
I think they got one break back. Ball went out of bounds. Venetian to pick it up from the break point. Nice little cross painted on the field. Okay. FLYHIGH opting for a zone defense look. The SOLEBANG having no trouble with the zone. Playing
really
through it.
Quite great movement from one side to the other there for SOLEBANG, really communicating again with hands raised and
Absolutely.
looks.
And actually also then the danger of the zone defense is that if you switch then to person D, that you need to sort yourself out really quickly, and sometimes this, especially if the
Think it back again. Paula Hinkle seems to always be very open. And there you go into the end zone, and that's a score, a break for SOLEBANG.
another break, and this, but there's
It's a call on the field.
yes, not sure what the call was, maybe a travel. I don't know, pick. Getting the nice signs there.
Picking the stack. Sometimes I wonder if these, like I know it's there's not a lot of space in the back of the end zone, and someone could have probably peeled off and helped for that defensive look, but would it have affected?
Yeah, that's always the question. Did it have an impact on what was going on? They're giving the back. Maybe it was a not in. I know.
And that's
not
a
the disc is
violation.
back, yes. It's not the disc is back with Paula Henkel.
Hands in the end zone, but
Absolutely. Just a tiny moment of maybe lost focus and over eagerness to score that point.
these catches or not catches usually happen when you want to throw it on and you already look down the field somewhere else and the disc is still in your hands. But this time around, just maybe too happy about nearly getting there, nearly getting
maybe
that
was
break.
surprised that, oh my god, I'm here, I can get the score, can score it, and then somehow it slipped through its fingers, and then just SOLEBANG, Baumgartner opening his arm, Hinkel catching it, and then just good, nice patience in front of the end zone. And another score for SOLEBANG. So we keep on trading points in this half. There was a really long pull out of bounds. Lehmann's indicating the break point. So was always the question, okay, like is it good or bad? Like sometimes also it says, okay, if I play it from the break, then also the defense has the chance to set up the defense. So they have all the time in the world to set up properly, and the other team cannot really quickly feel the pull.
I think it really depends on what you're playing.
Yes.
The idea of hex is that it doesn't matter where and how you start, right?
Ooh. Very messy there.
Indeed. Two SOLEBANG players around the disc,
Yeah,
but no collision whatsoever, just bodies flying around in the grass.
absolutely.
And SOLEBANG with another break opportunity.
Yes. And Venetian is distributing discs so well. There you see something he likes in the deep space. Ooh. Even though the defense was there, Fenders kept his eye on the disc to catch it.
Indeed, a better positioning for sure by the FLYHIGH defender, and just timed his jump, missed the disc by the tiniest tip, and that's a commanding lead of 5 points for SOLEBANG. And I think we've got another timeout on our hands here.
Yeah, I don't know. Has it been called? Looks like everybody's
Just expecting
circling up on the field. It looks pretty much like we will move into another timeout.
Yeah, they'll refocus and try to get some breaks back. Very heavily needed, unless they want to give up their chances of a medal, gold medal.
Absolutely.
So we'll take a short break and be back after these messages. Fly High trying to stop that bleeding.
Yes. Wow. We get started with the disc to Lehman. Oh, good save there. Disc was heading for the ground. Berkeley now with the disc. Oh, great grip there from Starter to save another save disc there. Lehman with the disc. Looking again for options. Yes, get on with the disc now. Great shot there from Simon.
Indeed, there is a lot of options for Fly High, and they've now taken that step back and not rushing, but taking the open shots when they are actually open, and a bit of luck there as well.
Yeah.
With one or the other questionable catch, but we'll take those.
As long as the disc stays live, all is good. I think that's what they were telling themselves in the end, and I think keeping it clean towards the end. And again, just shorter passes, almost every body on the lines touching the disc, getting there. Okay, let's see what let's see what Fly High will come up now. In defense?
SOLEBANG hasn't played offense, started on offense for quite a bit,
yeah,
right?
that's true. But so far, Fly High also tried a couple of zones, and they don't really work so well. So maybe let's see if they change things up or if they will stay with their zone.
Nice floating pull. Still a lot of time.
Yes.
Didn't seem like defense really wanted to set up. Maybe stopping those pull play actions. Nice switch of field position.
Really good look. It's also that the SOLEBANG are able to play really, really quickly. So they usually don't hold the disc for very long. So option is coming in right away. Oh, great grip there by Gardner.
An injury call.
Yeah, I think she got bumped into quite heavily by Windler. Okay, got Baumgartner coming in for her.
Yeah, close defensive pressure there from Windler.
Oh, they almost had a hand on that one.
A double cut from
Yes.
the reset there.
Lucky they cut in the same line. Sometimes when they cut on different lanes, it gets tricky and you throw in between these two. Oh, great shot there from Van Yushin again.
SOLEBANG just seems so composed and not really stifled by everything, by anything that Fly High puts up with them, on them.
But they're very confident that there will be an option that they can throw to, and they don't need to force anything. And I think they're also very confident about their ability to play the disc.
Indeed, their technique, Felix just pointed out in that halftime that their technique is just better or very good.
Absolutely.
The give and goes they do, the opening of space is just elite.
Yeah. And especially even though they're not playing kind of the spread out structure, they're sufficiently disciplined to have these open spaces. They can be attacked well, and that keeps also enough space to attack them.
I don't know how these teams usually match up, but it really seems like they are quite on the same level of skill, but SOLEBANG has just a better connections and maybe a better day.
Yeah. I don't know if both teams went to the EUCRS qualifiers. I know that FLYHIGH they went, but they mainly went in with the prospect of preparing for Swiss championships. And we got started there. Almost in the end zone. Finding Galon, still on the end zone line. Can they stay patient enough? See, everybody is in the end zone and making it really difficult to kind of play something nice. Because if everybody is in the end zone, everybody is blocking the space and it gets tricky. And let's see. Back to SOLEBANG. From the looks of it, they get the gunslingers on the field.
Indeed. From the three,
yeah.
From the 3 shots that got up, the gunslingers are here, and there you go again.
Yeah, we get Beans and Baumgartner jostling for position, and Baumgartner coming out on top.
And that's another score for SOLEBANG, and I do believe.
I think FLYHIGH is hanging their heads a little bit there. It's like, I think also the long game that SOLEBANG is playing is almost unstoppable. I think they've been connecting on almost all of the deep shots that they've thrown. Whereas for FLYHIGH, none of the deep shots is connecting. Like they're trouble, and when they play it short, they bring it until the end zone, and then somehow they're putting themselves into trouble and not being able to score.
Indeed. So one of the things that people always say when analyzing games is don't play their game against them. But it's really hard with a team like SOLEBANG who can just have players who can do it both.
Absolutely.
And then if you want to, you have to think about so many things when putting up the deep shot. Are the gunslinger youth players on the field who can and will defend these deep shots, or do you want to just play short field and you have some defenders that really cut off those lanes? I think they're really doing a good job, FLYHIGH, of like taking what they are given. But as soon as they take a risk, it becomes really, really dangerous for them.
Yes, absolutely.
I still think they're selling themselves a little short.
Yes, I think somehow maybe it's not their game right now. Maybe also it's a question of headspace that when you think about it, as you say, okay, oh, we got to play against SOLEBANG. Like every time we play against them, it's difficult.
Close defensive pressure there by SOLEBANG.
A good presence of mind by Simon, and beautiful shot to Windler there. Another score for her, and really beautiful shot by Simon, just all along the line and just into her hands and nobody else's.
Yeah, pinpoint in the back of the end zone. That is so good because it floated until there, and then it was just like standing for Winter to collect it.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah, but now it's like do or die time for FLYHIGH.
Indeed, SOLEBANG was going to be on offense until the end of this game, and it's either they score now and get the point and win, or they will have to get that again, the disc back again and again and again, as FLYHIGH are catching up.
Yes, but FLYHIGH has 6 points to score if they want to do that. Which means they need to prevent SOLEBANG 6 times from scoring their point. So
it sounds like a leviathan of an.
So steep mountain to climb.
Indeed. But I've seen crazier things. Like, I've seen people come back from 8-point deficits. But we'll see if FLYHIGH have it in them, if EUCRS prepared them enough. Ooh, nice low grab from Mel.
Yeah, get Baumgartner with the disc. Oh, great denial there by Luba. So this is part 1 of
106.
That's part 1 of the first point of 6. So you always still have to score that one, not just get the defense. Oh, great grab there. And good spirit by Baumgartner to just indicate the score right away, even though there was contact right after the catch. No questions asked.
Yeah.
And another score on the board for Windler.
Yeah, Windler just doing everything for
Yeah.
this team and staying on the field as well. If you want to have one person on that line, it's going to be
Absolutely.
Windler.
Absolutely.
The way she attacked that disc
Yes.
is really, really elite.
You could see that she absolutely wanted that disc. Okay, so this is step one. How many more of those can Fly High bring to the board? Let's see.
It really depends on the mentality of SOLEBANG now, because
Yeah.
that we talk about games to win and games to lose at times, and this is definitely SOLEBANG's game to lose now.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I think now they have the calm and collected line, so let's see how this line is going to do. Fly ready to pull. Pull going out of bounds. Okay, we start. Van Yushin starts with the disc. I think Fly High is opting for person defense.
Looks like a little bit of poaching, at least early on. You can kind of feel the sense of urgency for Fly High as the sideline turns up.
Yes.
The volume, at least.
Yeah, they're woken up. They went to sleep for a while. For the moment, the Flyer is managing to pushing SOLEBANG backwards.
Nice power position there, but SOLEBANG not able to use it really. Not yet, at least.
Good defensive pressure there by Fly High. Got a poached player there. Oh, great try there by Windler to get in there.
Yeah, the way Fly High really contest every single one of those throws is different to what we've seen so far, and a foul called as some contact occurred there.
Players discussing them. I mean, there was some weird body contortions going on, like you can see it here, like running.
Yeah, he does get the shoulder a little bit as he tries to run in.
But then he kind of had the ground strip, like he caught the disc and then
I think it fell through. Yeah, it fell through his arms. He tried, but I don't think you can deny the body
There definitely
contact
was
on that
contact,
first attempt.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We would have a replay if players opted to look at it, but I think players are fine just discussing it on the pitch, and also there is enough spectators left, right, and center to.
Absolutely.
See some SOLEBANG players stretching, keeping their muscles in check.
Yeah. Okay, this stays with the SOLEBANG player. Again, Windrich with the disc. Nice around shot there. Windrich. Interesting option also. Many players, like usually it's like played right back to the player, the handler. Return passes, not even looking too much upfield. Many of the players. And Vanishing again with his inside shots. They've been so lethal all game. And
that one
looks like this the score for SOLEBANG. I'm seeing raised fingers.
Yeah, it is a score, but that was quite something for the end of this game. 2 players and no one really wanting to get
you
that
want
score.
it, I take it, let's go. And then I think in the end it's finished with the score, the 15th point for SOLEBANG. Congratulations.
And they're in the final.
We will see them tomorrow in the final for Swiss Championships. And FLYHIGH, they will try to kind of regroup and attack the bronze medal match also tomorrow. And I think so congratulations both teams. I think it was quite a spectacle. Lots of fun. Hope you had as much fun as we had.
Oh yeah, we did. I hoped you did at home, and it was great fun talking with you. It was great fun bringing you this live coverage. There's going to be more though. 2 more games today, many more games tomorrow. Congratulations, SOLEBANG. And commiserations to FLYHIGH. I think there's still some potential to be shown tomorrow.
Absolutely.
But for Ulrike Lehmann, I've been Christina Obermeier, and we'll see you again soon.
Thanks. Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, ultimate.
ULTI.TV.
Not getting over you. Baby, you know I'm not getting over you. Hey, I'm starring in this drama because of you. Even in disco lights, I still feel every lie. Wish I could hurt you too. drama, drama. Hey, I'm starring in this drama, drama. Baby, you know I'm not getting over.